Welcome to this week's edition of Thursday Thoughts. We are here at the end of the first full week of school. And thanks to you, thanks to our teachers, thanks to our students, thanks to our staff, thanks to God, ultimately, for a great one. We're so glad to launch the year in such a great way. It gives us just a solid foot to step forward through and to see, where we're going to go from here. I know that in multiple ways, people have been giving me somewhat of a break, knowing that I'm new, knowing that I just got here, and so on. But so I'm kind of bracing for when people want to get real and want to really come talk to me about some things. So if you need to do that, now would be an okay time. I'm ready to start the school year, and I'm ready to go, and we're rocking and rolling. Yes, we're diving into multiple projects still. But if there's any chance you think I'm forgetting something that should be on my radar, I would very much love to hear it because chances are it may not be on my radar. So thanks so much for your prayers, your support, your extra buffer as we've done that. And vice versa. We've been trying to run a good buffer this first week around things like dress code and computers and as we just kind of all get settled into our modes. I know that so much is new. I know that there was even a conflicting copy of the dress code information online. I had some small changes that were different, but it could be major to you, like a solid colored navy, red, or white external coat. That might be something new to your purview. So make sure you do look at that family handbook and check over those things. We're kind of trying to as sweetly and as wonderfully and without any furrowed brows remind people about this stuff as we go forward so that we can get to the point where we can start expecting some things. And so we're chewing up those buffers a little bit. We're addressing the first relational questions and challenges amongst our older students, and just starting to already talk about how we're going to set the groundwork for the year and how we're going to work together in a positive, Christ honoring, respectful, love the family of believers kind of a way. That is our verse from this week, our Mighty Memorizers verse. So I do have several things I need to talk about. So keep praying for us. Carpool. We're not claiming it as a total win yet. We haven't seen the rain yet, and I'm making some plans for that. But in general, it seems like everybody has settled into that, and the carpool flows quickly and smoothly and nicely, and no kids are crossing through a bunch of drive-through traffic. And it's reached my goal. I hope it's reached your goals. And if it gets, I have some emergency strings to pull in case we, have some, in case the line ends up too long back there by the church and or maybe spilling onto Hilby. We'll address that to make sure that doesn't occur. We'll start cutting back the caution tape, and we'll start. We do have a generous donor who gave us some chain and some delineators to set out so that it's going to look nicer. They're planning to get those for us actually, and so to look nicer, look a little less like something crazy went on here during the day. And so that's going on, and let us know if you've got any more feedback about that. PE clothes. We did get some feedback from you about PE clothes, and so we're right now releasing a new flyer that lets you know that those who have pre-existing PE clothes that fit some basic guidelines would be welcome to use them. Anything new going forward we'll order, and we got our order unbundled so that there's a bundle that has the sweatshirts and the sweats and a bundle that has just the shirt and the shorts. So hopefully we've met what you guys need. Took a little pushback on the company to get that to go on, so bravo to Terry for taking care of that. And that's just for the 5th through 8th graders who are, in case you're wondering. Clubs start up this coming week. So on Monday, clubs are starting, and you hopefully got an email about that. An all-school email went out. I got it twice, once as administrator, once as a parent. So I've seen that email a couple of times, and we've got the club schedule. I want to remind you that clubs do cost $25. They help us fund the club, and we did have to change the dates between the cooking club and the sports club so that we could make sure the cooking club did in fact get access to a kitchen so that they could do some cooking. And so we thank you for your patience with that. If that changes your signups, please let us know. We'll obviously try to communicate right off the bat. Your club leaders will be communicating with you to let you know that your kid is in the club and or signed up for the club. And so we don't want to just randomly charge you $25. We want to make sure that that's what you want to do. But they're going to be awesome, and I think everybody's really excited about those. So thanks for committing to those. In fact, some of them are so large, I'm not sure we could fit any more. So if we keep getting more and more interest, I'm going to have to figure out what to do and what kind of spillover options we have. With that, our signups for the 5th through 8th grade sports were not as impressive. I think so many people liked the clubs that we got a little bit dwindled signups on our sports. So while our volleyball team is well stocked, our soccer signups are very, very scant. We've been talking to students to see how that's going to progress. For now, show up on Monday for the sports information and for the sports sign-up stuff, and we'll see how we progress with that. You know, we're almost in full swing when it comes to curriculum and the Ignitia process for 5th through 8th grade and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, computers are working and everything's running, and, you know, the little tiny bits of 2-3 questions to take home for homework are being left out there. And so we're starting to get students, you know, to really, you know, introduced to the school culture on how to make sure that flows. If you have any questions, make sure you call me. If the students have any questions, I've highly encouraged them, practically demanded that if they have questions, they need to call me. I do make my hours go all the way until 7, sometimes until 8, every day, including Saturday, excluding Sundays. So yes, I do take calls from students on Saturdays until 7 to make sure that if there's anything that's going to hold them up in this curricular system, that I'm there to jump on it, that I'm there to walk them through those 2 questions, help them, and that goes for math, science, English, history, Bible, whatever. I've taught it all in that system, so I can definitely help and definitely get you through. And that goes for you too, parents. If you know, if you need to, you know, something's you're not sure about, you can give me a quick call, and that'd be fine. If I'm busy, I'll take a message and get back to you right away. You know, if we need a longer chat or we need to really sit and talk for a while, let's schedule a meeting and let's do that. That'll be good. Hopefully will be found faithful in your eyes at following up with anything that you bring to me. And if I'm not, please call me on it and come connect with me and say, you've forgotten all about this, and I will make sure I take steps to address what you're concerned about. That being said, next Friday, we are all going to the beach. It's going to be our big old Monterey Bay Christian School family extravaganza. We're going to get down there. We're going to have sandcastle competitions. We're going to eat some food, and we're going to sit in the sun, whatever sun there is, and just have a good day. We'll meet here, have chapel on Friday, and then we'll pack up in cars, roll over there, immediately build some sandcastles, have some lunch, finish out the day, judge our sandcastles, come on back here for normal excuse time at 3:15. So, you know, this is just an opportunity. One of the nice things about being the size school that we are is we can all get together as one big family and really just bond, spend time together. And include, you know, that's, you know, the 5th through 8th grade retreat is a special time for our middle schoolers, a little bit more direct challenge to our middle schoolers to come away and just spend specific time with the students bonding, and especially with the staff and students. The beach trip is when we want all the families, grandma, grandpa, uncle, auntie, brother, sister, cousins, friends, bring everybody down to the beach. We just want to have a good day. It's an open day. So thanks for your involvement with that. Thanks for getting those permission slips back quickly, because we're trying to make sure we're you know, the first process here goes well, and that we know who's all going and who's not going, so nobody gets confused about where we are. It is not a swimming trip, so we're not planning on lifeguarding a bunch of swimming out in the waves, but you know, obviously building sandcastles, we'll get our toes wet and whatnot if we on various occasions. So be prepared for beach-like activity, but we're not swimsuiting, we're not boogie boarding, we're not going out in the waves. So keep praying for us. We're going to keep praying. We're just drawing our strength day to day from God, and that, like our verse says from our school, will enable us to walk and not grow weary, to soar like on wings like eagles, and we're trusting in that. So God bless you guys, and I'll see you soon.